Welcome to the Rebecca Adehill Podcast. I want to start off by saying that I want my name to remind you to go and live your life big, to take risks, to go all in and write one hell of a story with the one life you know that you have. I'm a 7-figure business mentor, wife, and mother of 3, and I'm here to share my journey with you as I am constantly moving in the direction of more bigness, more impact, more wealth, more depth, and more life. My aim with this podcast is to activate and inspire you to go and live your life big in the fullest, most passionate way. I'm so glad that you are here, so let's dive right in. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Rebecca Adehill Podcast. I hope that you are having the most magical start to your week. Happy Monday. If you are listening to this and it's Monday morning, happy Monday to you. I hope that you feel really good about moving through this week, really focusing on things that you can control, let go of all of the things that you can't control, and make sure that you are moving the needle. Today, I want to have a conversation with you that I believe is absolutely essential. My opinion is this: if you don't have a personal brand in 2023, you are falling behind. I'm not here to stress you out at all, but I'm here to have an honest conversation with you and also give you my perspective on why I believe it's absolutely essential to have your own personal brand in 2023. I had a conversation with a private client last week and I went to the extreme and I basically said, if you have a personal brand, you have an asset for life. And if you don't, you're a liability. I know I'm taking it quite far there, but I really wanted this to drop in for my client and for her to truly understand the powerful thing that comes with having your own personal brand and the benefits that comes with it. And when you are starting to view your own personal brand as an asset, things will start to change for you and it will really open up your eyes to a lot of possibilities that can really come from having a really strong personal brand. So I want to take you back to when my previous business, the business and marketing agency that I ran for 5 years, when that went under because of COVID, we basically lost 95% of revenue overnight, had to start from scratch. And it happened all very quickly because the people that we worked with, they were all fitness franchises. The gym shut. Our revenue obviously got impacted because we could simply not deliver the service for our clients. I have been reflecting on that journey and how quickly I got myself back up on my feet and started my coaching business. If I did not have a personal brand at the time, I do not believe that I would be where I am today if it wasn't because of that. I could start a new business that was different to what I had done in the past simply because I already had a personal brand. I had a lot of people following me. People were very engaged. I had a beautiful, engaged community. And it wasn't necessarily around business. They knew that I had a business. They knew that I helped business owners. But I shared a lot about my lifestyle and about my values and motherhood and things about me and my life that built this beautiful trust within my community. And when I also shared that my business was highly impacted and affected by COVID, people started to reach out to me and go, I know that you have this business. I really like your vibe. I like your energy. Are you able to help me because I have this business idea? And I'm like, sure. I helped one person, another person dropped into my DMs, another one, another one. And all of a sudden, my coaching business was born. So it's actually quite beautiful when I look back at that journey, how organically it all happened. And it was really effortless that it was just one person reached out. I shared that journey, another person reached out, and then some more, and then some more. And then I got a capacity for one-on-one, and that's when I launched my first group program. And here we are over 2 years later. So it's truly been an incredible journey, but a journey that has been really organic and beautiful. And up until this point, I have not ran any Facebook ads. I haven't. Everything is through organic marketing. I think I spent maybe $300 on a free 5-day challenge I did about 2 years ago, but that is it. All of my business is all organic marketing, mainly coming from my Instagram. And I don't believe that I will be here today and get the type of results that I'm getting today unless it was because I had built a really strong brand and I continue to put a lot of time and energy in focus on building my own personal brand. The way I like to explain it, especially when it comes to brand and business, only because you have a personal brand, that does not mean that you show everything that's personal in your life. I don't share the personal things that are happening behind the scenes in my life. So I really want to make sure that it's clear what it actually means to have a personal brand and how much power you have over your personal brand. Only because it's you and your brand, that does not mean that you show everything about your life. I have very clear boundaries of what I am comfortable sharing online and what I choose not to have a part as my brand. But I'm also very clear on the things that I like to highlight and the things that I like to put at the forefront of my brand so that people have a very clear understanding of what it's like to be in my world, how I like to be presented, in what light I want my audience to view me. And that is the choice that we have. That does not mean that you are being inauthentic or that you are not being real. It means that you have the power and that you can decide for you what it looks like or what you want your personal brand to look like for you. So when it comes to a personal brand, I like to treat it like this. If you have a business, the business is strategy, scalability, profitability, all of the numbers and your client journey, your offer ladder, the structure, and the actual offering that you are putting out to the marketplace. Now, the brand, it's the magic, it's the pulse, the soul, the heartbeat, the feeling, that beautiful magic, the cherry on top. And this is what makes a business so successful when we blend a really solid, aligned business model with a soulful, powerful personal brand. Can you sell a service or an offer as just a business without a brand attached to it? Yes, 100%. I like to see it as a shell. Think about a body. My body is the business. My heart, my soul, my pulse, the magic, my magnetism, my energy, that is the brand. And what makes a person or a body so powerful is the magic, the heartbeat, the soul, the energy, the feeling, right? So without it, that when people present an offer to the marketplace without a brand, they often feel like they are struggling to get sales. They feel very salesy. There is a lot of posts about them preaching to the choir without actually bringing the feeling. Does that make sense so far? I hope this is really landing for you because I want to find a way to really simplify how you can take what I'm saying right now and allow yourself to really zoom out on your own business and personal brand and go, how can I actually elevate and improve this? Even though you have a really solid personal brand right now, I do believe there is always room for improvement, and ask for feedback. Ask for feedback from, friends and family and other people that you've built relationships online, and even clients. Ask what they think when they interact with your brand. What's the feeling that they get? How would they describe you? How would they describe your brand? And ask for their honest opinion. And no doubt you're going to start to see a pattern of what people are saying about you. And you get to decide if that is in with alignment with the brand that you are trying to create. And we get to be really strategic when it comes to the positioning of our brand. That does not mean you're being inauthentic. It means that you are being strategic. So if we are starting to treat our personal brand like an asset, you will then add a lot more of intention, the way you are showing up online, the way you position your brand, the way you want to be perceived. Can you see where I'm actually going with this? That you get to decide what you want that to look like. Only because it's a personal brand, that does not mean you're going to show up in every light and show every aspect of you and use that as a reason to emotionally dump on your audience. Very strategic. So here is the powerful thing. When you have a personal brand, this sit as the foundation to everything that you do. I wanted to picture your personal brand sits down the bottom, and you get to decide, what do I want to be known for? How do I want people to perceive me? How do I want to position myself? Is my personal brand good for now and good for later? And I think that is a really important aspect to make decisions that are good for now and good for later. So you get to decide what you want that to look like. And when you are so clear on that, you have this beautiful framework and foundation of your own personal brand. Now, what goes on top of this foundation is a business or multiple businesses, multiple revenue streams, multiple different ways in which people can work with you that sits in alignment with this brand, which is the foundation. So I always say, build a brand first and then pop a business on top, where most people are doing it the opposite way. They actually go and build a business and then they apply the brand on top, which is actually a little bit backwards, because I believe what makes a business really successful is when they have a really powerful brand behind it. So you have this beautiful, solid foundation, which is your personal brand. Now, on top of this, when we are putting different business models on top of that in alignment with that brand, you are just opening yourself up to so many opportunities. Right now, I am a business coach, a business mentor. Great. That is one way in which people can work with me. Now, could I pop another business model on top of my personal brand? 100%. And let me give you some examples. I am a business coach and mentor right now, and there are certain ways, multiple ways people can work with me in the business mentoring space. Now, I asked my audience the other day, describe my personal brand. And there was multiple, so many beautiful things in there, but one very common thing that dropped in for a lot of people was confidence. Really bold, confident, certain, that energy, right? Which I believe is absolutely essential in order for people to invest in us. So for instance, if I wanted to do an offering on confidence, I have no doubt that people will actually buy that from me because they already see me as a very confident person. You know that I live by internal stillness, external speed, the fastest road to success. What if I want to write a book one day and I want to give you the exact framework that I use to put that or to live by that saying, no doubt that people will buy that. If I want to be a keynote speaker and speak on business growth or normalizing money and become a wealth coach, no doubt that people will buy that from me. I take great pride in what I'm wearing and how I present myself. I get comments every single day. Where is that jacket from? Tell me your outfit details. Where are your earring from? So if I launched a clothing brand, no doubt that people would buy from me. And this is all because I have a really strong personal brand. So I now get to decide what I place on top of this brand. So I want you to feel into that for you right now. What do you think that people say about your brand right now? And how are you using your personal brand to the best of your ability? Is it currently working in your favor, or is it perhaps the downfall, which may result in no client signups, people don't see you as the authority, there is no trust, you feel salesy, it feels very pushy? And I think the answer is in your results. The people that feel that sales is hard, or they feel like they get no engagement and no response and people are not quite interacting with them, that is 9 times out of 10 because they have not nailed the personal brand aspect. And whether you have a coaching business, service business, if you're a consultant, if you have a brick and mortar business, if you have a product-based business, it works exactly the same. And I give this example of me applying, say, a lip gloss on my lips. Maybe it's nothing fancy if I just show you the lip gloss and I apply it on my lips. But if I describe the frequency and the energy that I step into as soon as that lipstick hits my lips, what happens to my frequency and how do I feel? And I feel so magnetic, and this happens and that happens. I start to paint a picture of the feeling of what happens to me when I apply that product. And it works exactly the same in whether you have a product business, service business, consultant, coach, whatever you are, it works exactly the same. So we take the business model and we amplify that business model with a really soulful, powerful brand. That is when you will start to feel like things are really effortless, that things feels really aligned. A lot of people are engaging with you, but it's not to the point where they are friend zoning you because you now embody certain qualities that they aspire to have. So I wanted you to think about that as well. What are some qualities about your own personal brand right now that your audience aspire to have? They want to be in the frequency of, or it's something that they wish to embody. It's something that they wish they had more of. Maybe you have a lifestyle or certain traits, or there is a particular energy about you that people crave. Bring them that. Bring them that, because every time you bring them that, you show them that that is available to them. And if they now work with you, you're going to show them what it's like to embody that energy. You're going to show them what it's like to turn up the dial on who you are. You're going to show them what it's like to be confident every single day. You're going to show them what discipline looks like. So in order for that to happen, you need to show them that that's what you do and that's who you are. And that's what people fall in love with. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. People move when they feel moved. Otherwise, they're not going to get the feeling that makes them buy. That emotional connection, that longing, that want of wanting something more. And then when you present the actual solution, which is the offering that they are looking for, they are going to buy it because their decision is first of all led by emotion. And then you can back that with a really tangible outcome in terms of the offering that you are placing to the marketplace. Can you see the magic in this? I get so fired up because once you nail this, you will nail your business and new opportunities will start to present. But so many people, they don't take building their personal brand seriously because they're like, it's just me. But you get to decide how you want to position this. You get to decide how you want your audience to perceive you. And I want to invite you even further to allow yourself to expand even further. So, and what I mean by this is to position your own personal brand that actually expands you in the process. So, my personal brand is an aspect of it is the woman I am becoming. And I allow myself to be her. I allow myself to embody her. I allow myself to embody her traits. And I show up as her until I become her. And this is not a matter of faking it till you make it, because I'm still me. I still show up as me, but I want to make sure that I expand. That I expand in the process. So I'm going to make sure that I hold my personal brand to a really high standard so I can show people that they can do the same. Because who am I to teach on personal branding and on business models and strategies unless I do it for myself first? And again, this is where embodiment really comes into play, that people can feel it from me. So another question that I have from you right now, can people feel the embodiment of your work? Can they feel you being authentic? Can they feel the energy from you coming from the inside out? Not a band-aid that get placed on top. Have you integrated your own teachings so that you can show up and fully stand in your power? Once you nail this, the results will start to come into your business and new opportunities will start to present. I really hope this conversation is landing with you. The last thing that I want to mention to you, if you choose not to have a personal brand and you just have a business, if that business goes, if you close down that business, you have to start from scratch. Where if you have a really strong personal brand as the foundation of everything that you do, you can grow and evolve and expand and pivot and change and add and evolve with your brand, which means you never have to start from scratch, regardless of what your offer suite looks like, regardless of what that current business or your current business model currently looks like. It means if you have a strong personal brand, you can allow to grow with that brand. So as you grow, your business model can grow. But that will only happen if you have a personal brand as the foundation to everything that you do. If this conversation landed with you, drop into my DMs and let me know what your takeaways are from today's episode. And also, if you feel called, I would absolutely love if you can leave me a review. That would mean the absolute world to me. I hope that you have loved today. I feel like I got into a really good mood. I've been riffing with you. I love this so much, and I truly hope it dropped in, that it landed for you, that you can from now on start to view your personal brand as being quite strategic, and you get to decide how you want to position yourself. I hope that you have the best week. And thank you so much for being here, for tuning in week on week. I truly appreciate you, and I cannot wait to see you back here next week for another episode.